put on YouTube. Pretty cool. Rochester, covered in snow.
Right?
Covered in snow. It's about only 8:45 p.m.
You want to say it?
What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Digibyte to Bitcoin. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content and want to see more. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So as you saw in the title, we are going to be discussing why we have seen a recent pump within crypto. Did we find the bottom of the cryptocurrencies, or are we expected to go down lower? Very, very, very difficult questions to answer, but I will try to give my best opinion, and that's what I said, opinion. It is my opinion, not factual, on how I'm going to interpret the charts and base judgment on the market. Otherwise, to point out, I did just recently make a Twitter and I made a Steemit account for this channel, Crypto TV Official. Both of those links will be in the description below, and I highly, highly, highly recommend and hope that you guys take advantage of that and subscribe and follow and like whatever, all those things that I post to, basically as a way to keep in touch with you guys, basically to alert you as when I'm putting out new videos before they actually come out, and you can basically get a first-hand edge over others who don't actually follow those. So I highly recommend you do. I appreciate all those who follow. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So I do have an article I want to show you guys too that is quite important, I think, within this market. Basically trying to figure out why we're seeing a big jump within Litecoin and cryptocurrency as a whole. So just take a note that within the past couple of hours, we've seen the market cap grow from like 120 billion all the way up to 138 billion. We've seen 24-hour volume, a huge increase. That's what I meant to 10 billion almost surplus in 24-hour volume added. And then Bitcoin dominance at 53.3, so about even with yesterday. And as you can see, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful markets today. It's insane. Everything is practically up double digits. Wow, there was a coin that was up 60%. That was wild. Funfair is up 60% on the day. So there is plenty of money to make, you know, within this market. It's just finding which coins are going to do that. So obviously, looking at the top 10, you can see that we have all of them practically up double digits. Litecoin up 11, and guess which one is up or it was up the most a little earlier today. We have Bitcoin up 11.3% at $4,200. Stellar at up 12.4, up at 0.16. Litecoin is now number 7, or it's always been up at $34, up 11.3%. So looking very, very, very nice in terms of finally being able to break that. We were at like 29 yesterday, at 34 right now. Bitcoin SV in the number 9 spot, Cardano in number 10, Monero in number 11 now. Very interesting markets, but they are all in green. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reason for the markets to be up. We all like to see the green digits across the board, but I do think I figured out why we're seeing the markets move in such beautiful colors today. So I found this article on cryptovest.com, and this says Litecoin technical analysis, top 10 best performers today. This might be why. So nothing in this article is to be construed as an investment advice. Neither the author nor the publication assumes any responsibility, blah, 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 as you guys know. But it says Litecoin is leading today's top 10 crypto recovery, up 15.84. That was at its peak today, against USD, and back over 30 as $10 billion. That's a lot of money. Suddenly floods back into the market. confirmed news that Nasdaq and VanEck are partnering to deliver crypto 2.0 futures next year appears to be the main driver for this current change in market sentiment, which have elevated many cryptocurrencies back into double-digit gains for the first time in weeks. Yes, we have not seen green in double digits for a very, very, very long time. It is the first time we're finally seeing this. Basically, crypto 2.0 futures have not come out yet, but people like to buy the rumor, sell the news. So the news was dropped, and that could be what they're putting money into, you know, in efforts to, you know, get a little chunk at the bottom while it's there and ride it up to those futures release. So it says, unlike what we've seen in some of the previous periods of crypto volatility, Litecoin is holding up extremely well compared to the rest of its peers. As you can clearly see, it's been falling less on the dips and rising stronger on the rallies. So Litecoin, I believe, is the darkened one, and I'm going to zoom in to make this a little bit easier. And you can see, so Litecoin is this dark one right here. This is the dark one is Litecoin. And you can see currently right here, compared to the other cryptos, it is doing the best. It is outperforming all the other ones. So that is really good news to say that Litecoin is definitely a coin to invest into. You can see Bitcoin is green, XRP is red. XRP is blue. Litecoin, it's tough to see. I believe that's like a yellowish, but it's the, I believe the middle one right here. So yes, it is the green and red. The green and red is Litecoin, and the rest are Ethereum, EOS, Myota, Neo, Atacoin, Ethereum Classic, XLM, and Dash. That's all these other colors. And you can see Litecoin is #1 on that. So let's see. The reason they're saying it could be due to a host of recent and long-standing factors. Every major exchange supports Litecoin. Litecoin has been included on the Swiss 6's recently announced multi-crypto ETP. It is consistently recognized as the top electronic payment system, and not to mention it's much faster and more efficient than Bitcoin. So there's a lot of really good news that we're seeing on the market, and it's very interesting too. So then it says on the 1 week Litecoin USD chart, we can see that Litecoin was recently able to find a foothold along the strong historical level at $31, which has acted as both key resistance and support for this assist as far as December 2013. So you can see previously December 13 where we've recently touched it. You know, I'm zooming in. And then we had May 2017 where it was another resistance. And we're currently bouncing off that today as a support. So we could see very nice moves within Litecoin. Now, I do just want to move now onto Litecoin and do some TA. So we do currently have a bottom here within Litecoin. You can obviously see that around $28 is acting as a support for Litecoin. And if things hold well, we could, you know, it's looking like it's trying to regain support and move up to its high-low MMA. So if it does hold true, we could, you know, start to move up and retest our green band on that high-low MMA. You can see again we were extremely oversold, and we're pulling back out of that oversold market on the daily, which is pretty much another indicator as to why we were going to pull up. Being so oversold like this, we are bound to move back up into a more neutral territory. So that is why we're seeing that curve, and you can see we're also on the downtrend. So we were bouncing off the downtrend, and it seems like I found a support here holding that too. So a lot of things are factoring in. Bitcoin on its daily, you can see I've drawn a white support on here for quite some time now. You can see now currently that we did have a descending triangle that formed on Bitcoin's daily and weekly, and you can see it broke bearish from that, and it broke mighty hard, and it is falling quite a bit, but it did seem to catch a support at around $3,600. If you wanted to make a better, well, that's a big jump, but $3,600 to $3,700 is around where the support is, and you can see it blew very high and shot up from that. Basically, it retested its bottom. It found a potential bottom within the market, and now it blew its steam and shot up in price. But not because it's breaking out, but because it's regaining support. So you can see on its high-low MMA, we were extremely oversold, trading below 10 on the RSI at around 6.5 on the relative strength index. And all the coin is really doing is pulling back up into more neutral territory. So it's not breaking out. It does mean that there is plenty of potential for it to move higher up. But it's doing is resurfacing. You know, it's as if you threw a ball into a pool of water and the ball sunk down, all it's doing right now is forcing itself back up. So that's really what we're seeing this coin do. You can use, this purple line as the pool, and we threw the ball in, and now it's going to resurface back up and potentially hit around $4,500 by the time it consolidates out. If things do go, positively, and we continue to this uptrend, we are going to start to see more resistance at around $6,000. That will be a big jump for this coin, up around $1,800, and it looks like it's trying to head there, honestly. Checking out Ethereum, obviously, as we also called yesterday, this would have been a good buying opportunity back at this bottom here at $100, 102. We basically have been tracking this ever since, we hit this area at around November 18th. So it's been around a little over a week, 10 days to be exact. And we've said that we were most likely going to hit this resistance here and fall down lower and find a support. And we judged that the support would be the bottom right here. So you can see that is exactly what we did. We fell and retested the bottom at 105, and we're probably going to consolidate out and retest our downtrend once again. I wanted to show you guys why I drew that downtrend. So mainly the reason I had this downtrend drawn is you can see in previous days all the way back in May of May of 2017, we had 3 weeks of support right here of consolidation. So that's why that white line is drawn there. You can see the downtrend right here, beautiful, and you can see where we're bouncing off of that support. If we fall lower, the next support would be right around here at $43 for Ethereum. I'd be very shocked if we went that low. That's splitting the currency in a third. So that would be very, very, very shocking if we decided to do that. But you can also see the main reason we're pulling up too on Ethereum's weekly is due to the fact that we are testing oversold on its weekly. So it's another huge indicator. I do think these are really good buying opportunities for cryptocurrency. I am stacking up as much as I can get my hands on with money that I'm willing to lose. You have to take it as a loss. And you can see we're bouncing off oversold on its weekly, and it looks like we're trying to consolidate out. Now, it's very possible that it could break bearish, like we've seen, but it's also very possible that we could break bullish, and we've seen that too. So we do have to track this, and we do have to pay attention. Otherwise, we're on to Digibyte, and I talked about it yesterday. So we started to retest support at the bottom right here, and as we started to pull back up, and you can see it looks like this coin is really trying to reach its high-low MMA on its daily. So it's very possible that we're going to start to see some resistance at this white line as it retests its green band, and there's plenty of potential on its RSI too, only trading at around 58, that it could pull up much higher to around 69.75 on the RSI and basically hit its high-low MMA. In the advent that it does do that, we are most likely going to become overbought on the Digibyte's daily charts. And if we do, a pullback of a small sort would be needed for that coin. But otherwise, that's going to sum up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.